the global leader in fitness entertainment, FitLocal TV.
My name is Conley Miller. I am the founder of FitLocal, and I'm down here with Donny
Malin.
I'm
yes.
so sorry.
I told you, dude. It's a simple one, but it's hard. People.
No, I'm so sorry about that. All right.
You're good.
And we're out here at his gym. Where's your gym at again?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Well, yeah, but what part of San Antonio?
Central San Antonio.
Central
We're 5 minutes north of the airport.
Okay, cool. All right, and so first question. What's some of the biggest lies in the fitness industry?
Cut carbs.
Cut carbs. Okay.
No, that's one from a diet standpoint. I had to say it. Like that's one that I get all the time.
Yep.
I would say when I've experienced it, where people are trying to change their split.
Okay.
Every other week.
Right.
So
okay.
that's one where I feel like, oh, you have to have variety. You have to like trick your muscle. You have to do all these things, and I think the exact opposite.
Right.
I think it's just consistent, and honestly, the basics.
So,
it sounds super simple, but
so like staying in the same movements.
Similar, yes.
Okay.
Similar rep ranges can change, right?
Right.
Volume can change,
right.
Progression can change, but there's no need to stand on a Bosu ball with a single leg.
Yeah.
And try to do a shoulder press with a barbell just to grow your shoulders.
I need to trick the body.
And don't get me wrong, all those functional type movements, I value, I see it.
Yeah, those are good. Some people really need those at first.
They do, for stability and different things. But I would say, thinking you need to change up your routine every 3 days to every week.
Yeah, that's
I like to think of it like 6 to 8 weeks at a time at least.
Yeah.
Give yourself some time.
I coach that same thing a lot too. It's like, okay, we're gonna stay in the same movement patterns for a lot, but we'll cycle like, hey, we're gonna shift to muscle endurance or more volume.
That's it.
We're shifting to maximal strength and
that's it.
Flow, once the fatigue from maximal strength kicks in, all right, let's go take it down a little bit.
For sure.
A little bit more volume.
For sure.
Yeah. It all comes in cycles and stuff.
That's
like
right.
That. Okay, so what almost made you quit as a trainer? So like kind of more how long you started this and that's a great question because it's happened multiple times, that thought of like, is this even for me? So this started out as a side gig for me. Roger.
So I was with the federal government as an employee.
Okay.
Were you 9 to 5 corporate. No, I was civilian side.
Really? You look like you were.
I get that a lot.
Yeah,
I get that
a little bit, you got
my
that
dad
face
was.
for it.
My
okay,
dad was.
That's where it is.
I went the college football route instead.
Okay.
So it was either that or the military for me.
Exactly.
But, so I was with the government. I started as an online coach and training people out of my basement.
Okay.
So I always had a love.
I love that.
Had to do it.
That's what you got to do.
Honestly, it was pretty dope, Jim. For a house, I have to say, it was all matted out. I
Yep.
murdered it out with black.
I love it.
It was plate loaded stuff.
Yeah, this is a business. Come on.
It is. So it started out as a side gig for me.
Yeah.
So income wasn't really that important. I didn't need to ride on it that much.
Yeah, was it something you loved to do?
Loved it.
Yeah.
I did it. I lived the lifestyle. Loved helping people. That's how I got. That was the first love from athletics.
For sure.
The tough part was when I started getting used to the extra income. I was like, I started to create that kind of like W-2 mindset of like, oh, I'm going to get this X amount of dollars every week, every month. Quickly that changes to, that's not how that works.
Nope.
Once you exhaust your close network first, and then it's like, wow, I need to learn how to market.
Yep.
Which you seem very solid at this.
It's hard.
It's hard to learn. Like you can be the best trainer in the world, but if you can't market, it doesn't matter.
Brother, you are preaching to the choir right now.
So that's where I struggled because I did not know marketing. I wasn't huge on social media.
Yep.
I kind of just lived by example with working out and football and everything.
For
so
sure.
I had to learn that,
Okay.
and I'm still learning that. I don't consider myself a pro by any means.
Right.
But that was the frustrating part. It's like, wait, I'm gonna have to post content every day. I'm gonna have to DM people all day.
Yep.
So I found myself almost putting more time into that, trying to mix it in with work.
Instead of the business, or instead of the training, actually.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
And so, but now that's shifted a little bit. Yes, is it having a brick and mortar now? It's frustrating,
Yeah,
stressful.
It's very stressful.
It's inconsistent.
Yep.
Holiday season, dwindles a little bit toward the end of the year, picks up beginning of the year, starts to pick up again before summer.
Yeah. So what I noticed when I had my box over down in Converse, right? There's 3 seasons. You got your 3. You got back to school.
That's right.
Everyone's fat and happy from being on vacation all summer
That's
long.
right.
Then you got that New Year, New Me crowd. Fat and happy after being out. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then they got the tax break.
That's right.
You got the next one coming up
That's
here
right.
in April.
Yeah, soon. Get the refunds and stuff.
Get the refunds. So you got your ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Summers can be a big hit or miss.
I agree.
It's either it's going to be a good summer or it's going to be a dead summer.
And I've had both.
Yep.
I've absolutely had both. But that's probably it. Just the lead gen and
Consistency.
knowing what people want, and then even being consistent. It's like, well, why am I not getting any?
Yeah.
why are my insights so low?
Yeah.
Why is my engagement so low? It's like, well, yeah, you're boring. There's no hook. There's no like structure to the content. So then you get into the rhythm of posting every day. Then it's like, wait, now I need a hook body. Now I need a call to action. I need all these things.
I remember when I first started posting, I was like, all right, let me just put out all this content, and then it actually hurts you at first too.
That's right.
Because if the volume, the people that do follow you, it's like it's just too much.
That's right.
You know, there's ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
I'll give you my tip, is I try to stay off the weekends.
Give it a break.
No weekends. Right now, we're noticing with our analytics and everything like that. Because what are most people doing on the weekends? They're out.
Yeah.
They're not on their phone.
That's right.
They're not engaging, stuff like that. So it's like, hey, if you have a really good piece of content, you're like, this is going to be really good. Don't post it on the
Save it
weekend.
for Monday.
Save it for
Tuesday,
Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday, I think are best. Your
Your best days are because
That's good.
it's right. Friday can be a hit or miss too. Some of our best days have been on Friday. All right, what's something most trainers are doing wrong?
Ooh. Thinking that they're registered dietitians.
Okay, elaborate a little bit more.
So I think they get this, let's say you get your certified, you're a CPT now.
Yeah.
I think some people take that as like, ooh, now I can provide all the nutritional advice in the world. Now I can prescribe supplements. I can do all these things. I think we take that, and I love nutrition coaching and all that. I think it's a little more simplified sometimes than it should be, especially case by case, like if you're dealing with hormones and different things.
Yeah.
So I tend to see that trainers early on think they have all the answers or pretend they do just so they don't look foolish with a client.
Yep.
So I would say it's almost like that. It's not imposter syndrome, it's the opposite. Trying to make it seem like you have the answer for the right nutrition and everything. And so I think we look past like, hey, your skill set is in training.
Yep.
You're strong with program design. Let's stay in that lane for a minute. We don't need to touch all these other areas. I think it's that.
There's a lot that goes into nutrition.
A lot more than
people don't realize. Like there's blood types, there's hormones,
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
For sure.
There's a lot that can go into like,
For
hey,
sure.
what's the actual best diet plan for you versus just a generic one I pull off ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say that, and another thing that I would have an error, and this is me, I've made this error of thinking, hey, all right, the building's up, business is open, people are just going to come, man.
They're just, you build it, they come. Yes and no.
That is a yes and no.
It's weird, it just depends. It's all about, sadly, it's location.
Yeah.
And really, it's hard because the margins in the gym industry are low.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like per member, like, okay, how many, I need 30 members to make rent. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
your bottom line. Yeah.
Yep. And hopefully, like what I've done in the past, shady boots, but I'll go work at a commercial gym. All right, y'all, I get my 30 clients, and like it happens all the time.
For sure.
A lot of people start their platform is like, all right, let me go into this fitness space, let me go build the network, let me use X company, not gonna say names.
Yeah.
But to get my clients, and then, hey, I'm going down the road, or hey, I'm opening my own spot, or hey, but it's sad that it's like we're having to compete for that real estate, that market space, that marketing, all that kind of stuff, and it's only getting harder and harder.
It is.
Yep.
And I think what I've noticed too is when you give like your hourly rate for a one-on-one or even semi, people are like, gosh, that's so expensive. Yeah. And I mean, I know you guys probably know this, but the money you're going to spend now is going to be 10x less than it will be for the bills later. So
I talk about it all the time. It's like you either want to pay X amount of dollars for some training and longevity in your life, or you want to pay $500,000 or $1 million for heart surgery.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So there's a little of that too. I think sometimes it's overpriced. I think some people come out of getting their cert and they think they know it all right away, and it's like, let's come into this with a little humility first.
Hey, maybe you should charge a little less too.
Just start out
get
small.
the experience.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying work for free.
No.
But I'm saying like
everybody got to make money.
Let's just let's tone it back a little bit.
Yeah. And what are some of the hardest truths about the industry?
Ooh, for me personally, I lean toward the vanity side. So this is part of my testimony too.
Okay.
So I mentioned I was a football player from 5th grade all the way through college. That was always my identity, my life. After that was done, I missed competition, so I got into the bodybuilding scene.
Nice.
Did some men's physique.
You do look good.
Oh, thank you. So do you. I did a couple men's physique shows, and when you get down to that like 6% body fat, it's like, whoa, this is crazy. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's a challenge. I love the process of getting there, but it consumed me.
Yeah.
So I started to see how my life, my mood, my just attitude about everything and everyone was revolving around how good my workout was, how close I was to hitting my meal plan. So it kind of put me in this.
Consumed you.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. And as much as I loved it in the moment, that was only my piece for like an hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Exactly.
So then what do you do with the other 22?
Yeah.
But I've
Neglect
noticed, I mean, think about what the next 2 hours are going to be the next day.
When can I work out again?
Yeah, I'll just go back. I'll just do some warm-ups, then you end up working out again.
Yep.
But I would say we lose our identity in who we're trying to portray on social media.
Facts.
And what we're looking like in the mirror externally.
Yep.
I think there is a healthy check in the mirror if you're looking internally, but I've just seen people get lost when they first start working out. They're trying to tell other friends. It's like, dude, this is awesome, and it's beautiful.
But it does. I noticed that too. I coach all my clients. It's like, hey, a lot of people come in this door because they want to look better.
Sure.
But what you discover along the way is a better mindset and a better, spiritual kind of thing, and all these kind of things. You discover what it really means to be a part of this process.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Because on the road to chasing vanity, you realize, hey, this is for my mental health.
Right.
This is for my capabilities outside in the real world.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the Lord has led me here.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've seen my profile.
Yes, sir.
Faith is a huge foundation
Yes.
for this place and,
Yep.
and how I live. But
Love it.
it's cool how the Lord used that process of me falling into the vanity side
Yep.
to appreciate what you just said, the spiritual growth and the mental growth.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, with that, he was able to kind of redeem that identity stuck in that to show, oh, this is actually how I can honor the body that he
It
made.
really comes down to, like, with my fitness journey, I'll talk to them about this, is that I started with a self-hate. I did not enjoy who I was or
That's
my
right.
body, or I didn't appreciate it, and all
common.
these kind of things. It's very common. A lot of people, I use that to motivate myself to push really hard and get a lot of progress and level up physically, right?
Yeah.
But I learned after a couple years, especially being younger, that I can't carry that operating system into my coaching career
good.
or into my personal life or into my business
That's
or
good.
all these kind of things, because operating from hate versus operating from love will
right.
get you different results.
That's right, man. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just see it too often, even in a lot of youth athletics, I fell into that. Just,
Yep.
I think it consumes our identity.
Yep.
And it can be used for good. I know the Lord will use it for good, but I think there's sometimes people don't come out of that. And
Sometimes they don't.
They
You
live
see
that
it,
forever.
It
Yeah.
consumes them. It's like there's
That's
an
right.
energy, you know what I'm talking about.
100%.
Yeah, it's
100%.
like the damn demon got him.
It's true. I mean, yeah. Yeah, man.
Okay, so you started pretty young. What was your relationship with your health and fitness before college and before that?
It existed from a training standpoint. Always loved to work out and train and be fit, I guess, with sports.
Yeah.
So I always loved the physical side of it all and the mental, like, grit and toughness piece. So I've always loved that naturally.
Okay.
I grew up working a lot, like manual labor-wise with my father.
Roger.
So there's a lot of that where I just learned to be out in the sun all day and kind of stuff and
Yeah.
splitting wood. It was like
You gotta be tough, son.
most manly childhood ever. And it led to just loving just physical movement.
Yeah.
So I always had a great relationship with that.
Okay.
Where I struggled was the nutritional side and fueling that performance.
Okay.
So I come from a family that nutrition it was whatever's available, what's cheapest, what's gonna be there.
Mountain Dew and Spam?
Not spam. So not spam, but absolutely, like soda and stuff, like all that, and like those highly processed cereals, like all the garbage. So I grew up on just a rough nutritional foundation.
Yeah.
So you start to see the effect of that, and it was cool. I hit a huge growth spurt from 13 to 14.
Okay.
That's when I really hit it.
Yeah, you need to eat.
And I had to start eating more, but with the poor diet came extra body fat and stuff. So I wouldn't say it hindered my performance. Speed-wise, probably, but strength-wise, it was amazing. I was freaking crazy
you're
strong.
gonna grow.
You're gonna grow.
14 years old.
Dude. It's those virgin gains that are just like
Exactly.
It's
Damn,
fun and
I'm Spider-Man.
seriously.
Yeah.
But toward the end of that, it's like, man, I'm not really liking the way I feel in clothing. It's like you start putting on extra body fat, even as a football player. It was just, you needed the
You're
weight to
moving
push
all that
people
time.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of turned into,
Well, muscle can only really grow so fast at a certain point.
and that's true too.
Yeah.
At some point, you're just putting on body fat.
Yep.
So,
You're just getting chunky.
and that's what was happening. So I think, to go back to the question, I think that's where I started just to wake up to, like, say, well, my performance can actually be fueled to be better if I started doing more nutritional coaching and search. So
For sure.
that's kind of how I progressed through that. So it was
Okay, so would you
more
say,
balanced.
going back to, again, that childhood, your inspiration, was there a role model like Arnold, or was it your dad, or who pushed you towards the athleticism?
So it started with my dad for sure.
Okay.
Manual labor guy, blue collar.
Okay.
Always made sure he had a workout every day. So he had the weight set in the basement, but he also had a gym membership.
I love that.
So he would work, 7 to 3. He was a welder.
Yeah.
And then he would go to the gym and he'd come home around 5. That was he didn't miss.
Yeah.
So I got to see that consistency and what that effort did. And I got to see when he didn't have it. Because it wasn't like he was angry or anything, but you could tell like something's off. He's like tense. He's a little tense.
Yeah.
So it was him and his brother. So my uncle was into bodybuilding and everything. So I had all the Flex magazines and the muscular development stuff.
Yeah.
So
Men's Health.
all those kind of deals. So that was like, instead of comic books, that was what I was like looking at.
Jacked.
It was like so freakish to look at.
Yeah.
And it was weird because kids in class would be like, that's just weird. You get called like, oh, you're a homosexual because you're looking at men without their shirts on.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I appreciate their physique. It's not that I'm attracted to it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was my dad, uncle, and then like I mentioned, athletics was huge for me. So a lot of coaches that took the behind the scenes stuff super serious as far as training and eating right. I was just surrounded. I think it was my environment of my network.
Yeah.
It was just.
Yeah, you had a good foundation.
For sure.
And sometimes a lot of us don't, you know what I mean? That's what I noticed about the coaching. I've interviewed a lot of you guys and stuff like that. For me, it was the opposite. But a lot of you guys are like, I started high school or, I've been an athlete all my life and everything like that. And it's just something we just did in the family or something, And what the point of this is to help the people that got left behind.
Yeah, right.
Right? Hey, they didn't have that support system.
Sure.
They didn't have that family. They didn't know that fitness is as important as brushing your teeth.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
we think of, like for us, hey, it's just what you do. It's part of your day.
Part of your life, yeah.
You
It's easy.
Go knock it out. You don't take a shower. You go put your clothes on. I'm just serious.
Dude, that's real.
You know what I mean? Like you have to do that.
And
if you're
to that point, like if let's say someone wasn't in that environment growing up, like where do they look now? What's like a actionable thing they can do is seek the community.
Yep, community for sure.
I think micro gyms like this do it the best.
Yep.
CrossFit.
It's a support system.
It's a support system.
Yep.
And I'm not a CrossFitter, but I'm not talking crap on CrossFit either.
Yeah.
But they do community really well.
Yep.
Hyrox does community really well.
Yep.
And I think that accountability you spoke to, some people walk into that for the first time in their late 20s, early 30s. They're like, wow.
But now you see, we were touching on it earlier. This is my personal bias towards online. You're robbing so many people of community.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I loved about this industry, and I loved about having my gym.
That's good.
I built a community, and I built. I saw these people more than they saw their families. You know 100%. What I mean? They become a part of my family.
100%. 100%.
And that's why I love this aspect of the industry.
It's not. I mean, some coaches do it pretty well. Like you have the WhatsApp groups, you have all your communities. It's true. Cool to a certain point, but it's like, hey, it's 8 p.m. I need a brother or a sister to talk to.
Yep.
Like, what do I do? Call them on WhatsApp? It's not the same.
No.
Like it's way different. So I think the breakthrough that has happened. I agree with you.
Yep.
I do like online coaching, but it doesn't beat what you get. Hands down, like 100%.
It's like social media in general. Like there's a high that you get from doing social media, but my favorite part about this right now is coming out and doing this.
This is fun.
I give him shit all the time. He's like, "Come on, Chris, let's go. We're gonna be boots on the ground." He's like, "I need to make money, man." I'm like, "All right, fair." But I love doing it. It's great. Like I would do this every day if I really could.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very, because you hear all these beautiful stories and you see all these beautiful people, and it's honestly a blessing. I have to say I'm very blessed.
Amen to that.
Boom. All right, a little bit more leadership. Here, let's go this one. What is a problem that you saw that was your calling, right? Like, hey, I became a coach because I saw this issue with a lot of people.
That's a good question, man. It leans. We touched on it already. It's I was seeing where people's foundations were at their core, their identity.
Yep.
And it was in a lot of worldly things.
Yep.
Performance based. If it wasn't academics, it was in the gym.
Yep.
Validation from other people.
Yep.
So that's what really led me in my faith journey to bring that into the fitness space.
Okay.
So don't get it twisted. We're not like
evangelicals.
Like to a certain point, like we're bold like that, but we're not like.
Hey, I respect it.
We're not,
stand on business.
We're not just listening to hymns here.
Yeah.
What I try, like when I think of faith involved with fitness, it's like, Where are you at your core?
Yeah.
You're not going to have a good workout every day.
Yeah. You're not going to have a good day every day, period.
Regardless.
Yep.
So where can you lean that's a firm foundation that can't be shaken? That's the Lord.
Yep.
And that's what I was like, okay, let me bring that into this and help people see that. Easier said than done. Takes people to get to that point, but it was a missing piece.
I'll be crying. I was like last year was a really rough year because I started this. I just got out of divorce.
Oh, you did?
So I just got a divorce, and then I was basically bankrupt, and then I was like, okay, I have this credit line. And so I tried to get approved for this thing.
Sure.
Couldn't get approved. And I literally spent my whole last couple, because I was working at the border, spent the last couple paychecks I had. I was like, all right, let me throw all these paychecks at this thing to get this off the ground and everything like that. And there were nights where I was crying.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh God, please, I'm serious.
I believe it, man.
I was like, am I doing the right thing? Give me a sign.
Dang. See,
am I going the right direction? Because I'm like, oh, these credit cards, this is getting out of hand.
And that's a big, I mean, first of all, to be vulnerable and share that is big, bro, because that's real.
Yeah.
That's something that I don't, I'm just going to be real with you, probably feel again.
Oh, I
throughout
felt
this
it
journey,
multiple times already.
I have too.
I felt it a little bit last night. I was like, oh, fuck.
I have too, and I have too. And but what's cool about that story is, okay, where did you lean? When you felt like your back up was against the wall, you went vertical.
I put it out to God.
Right there.
I put it out there. I'm like, all right, well, it's in His hands.
It has
just
to
do what
be.
I can.
So that's what I'm trying to help people understand. Like, let's seek Him in the good times too.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I do. There will be
You know what I'm
moments
saying?
I'll be driving. I'll be like, you know what? Life's good. You know
See?
what I mean?
Give Him gratitude.
Yeah,
give Him
life's
praise.
good. Life's good.
But that's a big one, man.
Yeah.
So just where you're at.
There's a big. Yeah. I'll tell you another story. But like, there was a time where I got a big workplace accident and everything like that. And I definitely look back because I always do a lot of like third-party perspective, like looking at my mannerisms, looking at my being in a sense, right?
That's good.
And I was very arrogant. You know,
Sure.
21 years old, kind of expected, right? Man, I'm top shit, cleaning almost 405.
Come
no
on.
one can touch me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and then I was like, God was like, all right, we gotta take him down a notch, give him a
Dude,
lesson.
is that amazing?
But it has, as much as it was painful to go through that stuff and painful to go through boot camp with my knee surgeries and all this kind of stuff, it's made me a better person.
That's it, man.
And
that's it. How can we? Okay, we have a fall, we have an accident.
Yep.
He allows us to be in those things to learn. There's something that needed broken off in you, whether it was pride or ego, whatever.
Yep.
I went through that too.
It's definitely pride.
We need to be lowered. Oh, we all have. Dude,
Yeah.
if you're an in-shape man, at some point you're likely going to battle with some pride.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a real, I'm not saying women are, immune to that, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
very
something
common.
very characteristic of men.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, man.
Yep.
So,
All right, struggle. What was the hardest part about becoming a trainer? Was it money, clients, or self-doubt?
the latter two.
Okay.
So money and, clients and self-doubt.
Okay.
So it was to that point where I'm like, man, I know am I able to like communicate and coach what I know works for me?
Yep.
Am I able to how can I communicate that properly?
Right.
Was just a doubt for me.
Right.
Because at heart, I am introverted. So
Okay.
I've never, I mean, yeah, for real. I mean, I never
You're a
really.
good speaker then.
I appreciate it. I've never had to, I don't know, like you know those guys, like you walk into a room, you have to announce like you're walking in.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm cool with just sneaking in the back. Yeah, suitcases and
What's
stuff.
up, y'all?
I'm cool with like walking in the back, kind of evaluating the room for a little bit. I'll engage in conversation, but I'm not going to be like the life of the party. Now, this is also part of my testimony. When alcohol was involved, it was the switch.
Okay.
That's a huge part of my testimony too.
Okay.
We can get to, but
Okay, I'd love to
so
hear
it was the self-doubt initially, like, am I as good as these other trainers I'm seeing? I was playing the comparison game a lot.
For sure.
So there was that. I had to overcome that. Let the Lord break that off.
Yep.
And then clients, like we talked about it a little bit. What separates you from the other million clients that are out, or trainers that are out there?
Exactly.
What
makes you special?
What's unique?
Yep.
Like, what do you provide? And I think for a moment, I was trying to put like some extreme uniqueness, like
The technicality of training, stuff
and
like that.
but it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, just to be different, to get attention.
Yep.
And it just didn't feel right.
It's like chasing the clickbait almost.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
After you
see,
start
like,
to see that working
Yeah.
for some people.
You're
so
going to try to do the same thing.
it was a little bit of both of those. And it's funny, those things still try to resurface, but now I can.
And I'll give you, this is
Stick to
my
it.
advice when it comes to that, being in the space, is that the first person gets left behind, the second person gets all the traction, everyone else gets left behind again. So if you see it, don't waste your time.
That's right.
It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Tracing trends. It's people that start the trends, and second person that follows that trend are the ones that benefit.
Right.
Everyone else, it's already gone.
It's
already gone.
That's right.
It's that fast.
That's good.
So like
That's a
if
good
you're
word.
like you see something, we should don't.
It's
a waste of your time.
That's a good word. Chasing that shiny object.
It is, and it's hard because you see these numbers. Well, there's the other part of social media people don't want to talk about is paid, but that's another thing. I'm being serious, guys. Like all these influencers are out here. They're like, hey, look how many blah blah blah. These are the tricks I use. And like, yeah, they're still using all those elements, but social media at its core wants you to pay. That's how they make money.
Absolutely.
They want you to promote their content. They want you to promote this stuff. They'll suggest to me all the time, TikTok, Facebook, all these kind of things. Hey, this content did really good. My retention was great on it. Retention was like 50% the majority of the video, 200 views.
Wow.
So everything I know about social media tells me that should have been pushed out. No, they want you to pay. So that's it, and sometimes you might have
That's
to
real.
do that. I'm being real.
Oh,
y'all.
100%.
A lot of it
100%.
is smoke and mirrors, and I hate to tell you all this, but
That's right.
it is like you're seeing these view counts. You don't understand. Someone at least threw $100 on that view count.
Absolutely true.
What it is.
That's on the lower end too, bro.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends
could
on
be.
which platform you use.
Well, I'm thinking more meta ads. Like that kind
Meta
of stuff.
ads are freaking expensive now, but
Yeah.
there's a reason behind that. But like even like for suggested content,
got you.
it's not even an ad. Suggested content.
Yeah, I see.
Yep.
I got you.
It's what it is. So that's why like if you ain't getting that reach, what matters is like, in my opinion, it's like, okay, did I affect 200 or 1,000 people positively? I don't care if you have a million followers or 10 million. I don't give a fuck.
That's a good word.
You know, I'm saying, but okay, I helped 100 people. I motivated 100 people today. You know what I mean? That's heck. If you put 100 people in this room, it'd be crowded as heck.
It would be, and
Yep.
that's a good word for someone I think starting out in
Yep.
the training space.
Yep.
You really think about it. You impact one.
That's
a
great.
human life. Like it doesn't matter if there's one or like you said 1,000.
Yep.
If we're in it for the numbers, we're in it. Our heart's not in the right posture.
That's true.
So it's like, dude, let's impact one. That'll compound it. Let him do the rest.
I tell Chris and Robert all the time, it's like if I can get one trainer to meet with one client, I know I changed their lives for the better.
Amen. You can't beat. You
I'm
can't
just
debate,
saying.
You can't debate
I
that. You
love
can't
it.
debate that. Yeah.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, lessons from clients. So what has working with clients taught you about people?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I think what I didn't expect as a trainer was going to be like the counselor role that you play. So this is obviously, I know why this question's coming from that.
Yeah.
So I think what I've learned, and I knew this, but I have now real life application of, it's not always what it appears on the outside.
For sure.
You get the rich lawyer or doctor or wealthy person that walks in, they have the nice car, they have nice jewelry and clothing, but man, you start to get to know them.
Their life.
Life is miserable at home, they're depressed, they drink alcohol almost every night, and they're doing these things just to hold this status for a world that's not giving them any return. So
Yep.
it's like,
The world don't
wow.
even care. Yeah.
And then those are the ones typically, sadly, like I start praying for them at that point, but you see them, they have to have like all the perfectly put together photos on social media with their family. And it's like, wait,
You hate your family.
I thought you, like, or they hate you,
Yeah.
or you're not.
Yeah.
So I
Which
think
is crazy to me. I never understood that
that's,
mindset, but
it's unfortunate, man, really, but I think that's the big part.
it's all them childhood traumas.
That's right.
I'm being serious.
That's 100%
It's a
right.
childhood trauma.
That's 100%
A lot of us aren't healed. You know what I mean? Like
Dude.
we walk through a lot of life where like we get mad or we have all these things, right? We have our own little sins. Basically it is.
That's right.
Yeah. And then we're like, people don't understand it's usually something that's happened to you. You just don't even know it a lot of the time.
That's right.
You don't even know why you have the mannerisms or these behaviors. You know?
Yes.
We like to think, oh, well, my dad wasn't there. That still affected you. You know, your mama left. That still affected
Yeah.
you. Or they were pieces of shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
that still
yeah.
affected you. You know.
And it's cool that you don't necessarily have to have like the preacher advice or the minister word to give to them. Just listening,
Yep.
being that soundboard for them for a minute can help them start to reflect on that.
Yep.
Like, man, maybe that's not a healed thing for me.
Yep.
Maybe I do need to take my wife on a date or
Yep.
all that stuff. So that's a big one. You know, it's
learn-
never what it appears to be usually.
You learn how much you're a leader. You know, like people look up to you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's why I'll say to all you guys is like, hey, people need you more than you think.
That's right.
You guys are a very positive influence on all these people. You help develop, and I call them monsters. You develop these monsters that go out there and they do their best and they conquer the world in their own little way.
Yeah, man.
And they help, and it ripples. That's why I was like, hey,
That's good.
Let's put this on crack somehow, because
that's cool.
That's what I've seen from my experience. I've made these monsters. I call them monsters.
Yeah, I call them lions.
I love lions.
I
make these little lions. Make these little lions.
Yeah,
I like that. And you put them out there, and and I know, because they're more confident, they have more power behind them, they believe in themselves more, and they believe in what they're capable of.
Yep.
They're able to affect the world in a more positive way.
Absolutely, man. That's what
this is about.
That's the mission.
That's the mission, baby. That's the mission. I'm serious.
It is, totally.
That's what I'm like. That's why I'm like, hey, this is it. Some people call me on it. Like, use it for online. I'm like, whatever you put on your social media is what you put on your social media, because there'll be links and everything like that. But this is for in person, because people need that.
That's good.
They need someone. Hey, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? Like,
I love that, man.
I'm here for you, and I'm gonna be here for you. I'm right here. I got you.
I love that.
And some people don't value that all the time, but
that's right.
Okay. We're gonna get into the closing remarks. All right, finish this sentence honestly. If I do my job right, my clients walk away with more than just fitness. They walk away with blank.
Peace.
I love that.
I would say peace.
Okay.
From a holistic side, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. If I'm doing right, if I'm attentive, I'm being intentional with that client, they'll leave at peace.
Love that.
I mean, I don't know how that kind of sums it up.
Everyone's answer is different, and it's honestly great. I love to hear that kind of stuff. Peace is like, I haven't heard that one yet. I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about how you feel when you leave the gym.
Yep.
It's like,
well, sometimes I'm like, I gotta go.
well, that too. But like, let's say all the cards align right.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's
man,
a beautiful day.
I feel pretty dang good.
It makes the day for me.
That's good.
And when I don't go, I'm like, I'm serious.
I know, dude. It's real.
All right, you guys. Hey, Donny's great. You guys need to come out here and come see him. I love his little location. It's beautiful. I love the vibe and the aesthetic. Hey, you want to shout out the website, shout out the socials, shout out where they can find you and everything again.
Yeah, so we're, like we said, 5 minutes north of the airport, right off of 281 in San Antonio. Instagram is Sovereign Core Gym, SVRN Core Gym. My Instagram is Donny, DONNY_Malon. And then our website is sovereigncoregym.com. So you can always hit us up there, and we'll reach back out to you.
All right. Come check them out, y'all.
We interrupt this special broadcast for an important announcement. We at FitLocal TV value our viewers greatly. However, over 93% of our audience is not subscribed. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment your thoughts down below. It goes far, and we appreciate the continued support. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming on FitLocal TV.
The bar, 100 jump rope, and then I did some Russian twist. I'm trying to work on that transversal plane.
Oh, I like it. I like that.
I try to change it up.
That's
that
nice.
spot, they ain't got no bike yet, so I'm like, I guess it's a roller again.
So would that take like 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah,
That's a quick,
no, I'm trying. I don't like. I'm doing a weird split where I'm doing like the Colorado experiment.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying out the 3 days of weightlifting, and then I do a Tuesday, Thursday where I'm doing a cardio kind of thing.
So honestly, that's where my split is.
Yeah.
That kind of, I like the hybrid's like the buzzword right now.
Yeah.
But hybrid training, I think of mine like strength conditioning. I love bodybuilding still. I love hypertrophy,
love
time under
good
tension.
little curls for the girls.
Come on. Like for that density.
Yeah.
So I do 3 days like that, more hypertrophy based, strength based, and then I do 2 to 3 depending.
So
for more functional.
What I'm implementing is 10 cents. Each set is only one set. 10-second eccentric and 10-second concentric. Oh, it's rough. You're like on that third rep. You're like, get me off of this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to see how my body responds. I haven't tried it yet. I've heard of the Colorado experiment. I was like, that's kind of.
I've heard of it too. I haven't done much research on it.
We talked to one gym, Discover Strength, and he put me through like a leg press machine. Oh my Lord. Oh, it was like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
It was a while since I got like that kind of busted.
So thinking of like, you just mentioned your leg burning. So I've learned to appreciate the sled. And it's been something that's like, man, I used to do it with football and it sucks. It was hot out on the turf.
Yeah.
Now I'm falling back in love with it because it burns every bit of my legs.
Okay.
So
what's your coaching? I'm client zero.
Let's say
I don't know jack and squat.
Let's say I've never pushed
okay.
a sled before.
Okay.
But our goal is to progressively overload the sled over time, right?
Roger.
We want to add some 45s at a certain point.
Yeah.
Pushing up here, I mean, do I look very powerful
no.
right now? Like, I'm barely gonna move this 100-pound sled like
yeah.
that. So then you get the people who are like, I'm back here,
okay.
I'm like leaning into it, trying to use my body weight.
Okay.
Do I have a little more torque here? Sure. I'm at least my midline's where the bars are at.
Yeah.
What I like to tell people is like, get personal with the sled, like get up in there.
You get up in there.
So like,
make a sweet love.
We're middle, like, now granted, like, men usually can like fit in between and kind of push off with their shoulders.
For
here.
sure.
A lot of females can't, so I'll have them do a little bit of a wrap.
Okay, interesting.
Wrap with their hands.
Okay.
So I like to think of, if this was 500 pounds,
yeah.
obviously I'm not going to be pushing it up here.
No.
Just like in football, any sport, the low man wins.
For sure.
So let's get low. And I'm almost in like a sprinter stance, almost down to the floor. And I'm looking straight at the floor the whole time.
Yep.
I'm not focused, like I'm not straining my neck to see what's going on, because when it starts to suck mentally, it's like all I need to see is just some turf moving and I know it's happening. I know I'm progressing. So we're driving here. I'm pushing off the back. I'm starting with my toe. Of I'm more right leg dominant, so I'll start there. Left leg's planted. Weight distribution in the left foot's kind of mid-foot to the front.
Okay.
And I'm just, I'm pushing off, right? So I'm starting to, I engage my glutes and I'm pushing through my hips.
Okay.
But I'm never like trying to come up really high. I'm staying low the whole time, just staying down.
Okay.
And it's just those intentional short steps. It's just progress over time.
Okay.
A little bit of a different posture if we're doing like sled sprints, right?
Okay.
This one's more for just.
So just focusing on the drive.
Pure power, intentional steps, toe into the ground to heel. So we're getting low. Yeah, you're getting low, staying straight, looking at the ground, and you're just going. And you could move 600 pounds like that. And then you start to feel it starts to burn in the glutes, quads, and then a twist to this that I love to do. So let's say you move through let's say it's a 20 meter.
Okay.
One that kills me, this one's good for knee health too, I'm sure you know this.
Love it.
The reverse pull.
Yep.
So I'm not pulling up here, like there's nothing. I'm not gonna get much out of here. I'm sitting into it, I'm sitting back into my glutes, and then I'm just intentionally going toe to heel. Again, good for knee health, but then this is where the quads burn like crazy. So you're just pulling this back. I do this, a lot of this, I use an empty sled for a warm up. Leg day or upper body day. So you can just, it warms up your entire body instead of like sitting on the bike for 10 minutes.
Let me give it
a little more interactive here.
So you're still out here or you're still in here?
So I'm down, so you're down.
Okay.
You're gonna be here. And then it's intentional, Chest is postured proud, core's engaged, and the knees are healthy, look at that.
Ooh, child, my booty. Oh.
Quads, thighs, all of it.
Yep.
It's cool because there's no weight on there, you can start to feel it already.
Yep.
So you do that 10 times.
Oh, it'll get you.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. People don't really understand about that reverse, inverting the movement patterns.
Yeah.
That's what rehab my knee, honestly.
That and like even on a treadmill, like walking backwards.
I love those resistance ones. You know the ones I'm talking about? Where I was leaning back into those.
Yes.
What was the other movie
That was the sled. I want to show you just the farmer's carry.
Okay.
I'm sure you've done like hundreds of these.
Oh, for sure.
But you ever grab the kettlebell here?
Hell no.
So it seems
you
odd,
a monster.
Right? So like,
let me see this.
Typically, like I'm picking the kettlebells up off the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold them here. A lot of tension on the hands right now, on my fingers.
Yeah.
My forearms are already starting to take over. For whatever reason, center of gravity is the best way I could describe it.
Okay.
Tilt the kettlebells back. So they're laying like this, literally, parallel to the ground, and I'm going thumbs, but I'm only, my index fingers are out for here, and it's just gonna be a middle finger, ring finger, pinky, and it's just distributed differently in my hand.
Oh my Lord.
And it's more of like a pull hold rather, because I can wrap my whole hand around it.
So is it a little cheat code? Does it make it technically easier or
it
harder?
Does.
Okay.
Excuse me, it does. It just takes less out of your forearms.
Huh.
So give it a shot.
So you like this?
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. So you like this?
Yep.
So your fingers still kind of curved a little bit? Or?
Yeah, it's sitting right on top of the kettlebell.
Okay.
And it's just a different grip. You can walk 10 miles like that.
Whee! Can't catch me, Mom.
Dang, man.
That's interesting.
But it's just, obviously you can chalk up, change it up a little bit, but
yeah, chalking up helps.
it just takes that a little bit of that tension out of your forearm.
No, I feel a difference because I feel less in the back of my forearm.
That's right.
Yep. Huh, never tried that. I'm gonna start doing that.
There you go.
See, that's the funnest part is I get to learn all these.
Those are those are two random things that I've acquired over the year that I use every week. So.
I like it. So. All right, thank you, Donny.
Thank you.
Man, this guy's great, man. He's a great coach. He got some great coaching staff up in here, y'all. You need to come try it out. Where are we at again? One more time. What's all the socials?
Sovereign Core Gym, SBR and Core Gym, 5 minutes north of the airport.
Yeah.
You can find me personally, Donny_Malon. Hit me up if you want to come check out.
He's very
free session.
Very nice. I can feel his energy. It's good energy.
This is good.
He's good vibes.
You have good energy too, man.
I try my best.
You do.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and follow us. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment your thoughts down below. It goes far, and we appreciate the continued support. Check out these other videos too. And don't forget to subscribe.